I've got my knife and some Vetkin tape, a lead rope, and my tripod. Hey Bean, what you doing? Hey, you're a little bit lonely, hey? Your buddies all went for a walk by themselves. How dare they leave you alone? Hey, you ready to get your legs all taped up again? Let's do that. So far, in my short experience owning foals, it's best to be able to do it this way, where you just slip their nose in there, slip it behind their ears, buckle this up, tighten this if you need to. Girl, you got milk face. So you're probably not even seeing much, but there you go. So here we go. Just gonna clip this here. It's still a bit big on her. Hey, you're alright. You're okay. Make sure it's on there nice and snug. Behind their ears. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah. There we go. Feels all funny, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the smallest it goes, and you finally just barely fit it. I'm gonna hook up a lead rope. Oh yes, she's very head flinchy. She's never been, nothing that we have done should make her head flinchy like that, but she is, unfortunately. So it's just one of the areas that we're keeping in mind to do some more work with her. She's got a milk face right now because I made the mistake of giving her milk before I did this, but oh well. Okay, I just have this here just in case you decide that you don't want to stand still, okay? Okay, we're going to take off all of the tape off your legs. No, let's not get milk in my hair, please. Well, that one's just going to come right off. There you go. Alright, well, she's trying to throw a big stink about it, but we gotta get this done. So that's why she's just taped up. So this tape here, it's for people, it's KT tape. We've used it with great results for ourselves. It's just not made for animals. We've used it up until this point, but we are going to, like I said, switch her to something that's specifically for animals. And this stuff, like, the goo actually melts onto them. She's not sore or anything, but it's definitely takes some hair with them. Hey girl, let's get this one undone. As always, you have to treat them as animals. Like, she could hurt me. She is, well, I don't know if she's quite bigger than me now, but you have to think about your pinch points. I'm not going to put myself between her and the fence, and I am going to be careful that she doesn't whip her rear end around to me and try to kick me in the face or anything. There's some of our garbage. Easy girl. Not that I'm going to claim to be somebody who knows everything about raising orphan foals, but I suspect that an area where people may run into problems are when they, instead of treating them like the horse that they are, although they are a baby, instead of treating them like a horse, they try to treat them like a puppy or a kitten or a bunny, like a baby bunny or something like that. They just aren't. They are going to be big animals. She is not going to be this little forever. She is going to one day very likely hit 1,000 pounds. And so we are teaching her manners and things that are important that will serve her for the rest of her life. Yes, we love her. Yes, we give her snuggles and scratches. She's starting to stand there nice now. Snuggles and scratches, but most importantly, she's learning manners, especially even just when I'm out here, you know, multiple times a day. I am already teaching her in every single interaction I have with her. I'm teaching her that yes, I'm a safe place. Yes, I'm somebody to be trusted, but I am not somebody to get attitudey with. I am not somebody to try to kick. I am not somebody to boss around. And she is learning all of those things already at a young age. Hey, good girl. So we're going to try to get this leg taped up. So you can see here at her knee. No. This is when you just give them maybe a bit of pressure. So go back. Good girl. Good girl. So already she's learning that pressure and release. Where this is the good place. This is where we want her to stand. I thought you'd be too little for a little lick and chew, but we did get a little lick and chew. Good girl. So I want to show you her legs and what's going on down here. So as you can sort of see, this leg, it should be straight, and instead we've kind of got an in and then an out. This is called angular limb deviation or angular limb deformation or something along those lines. And sometimes, in some serious cases, you actually end up need to take your foal for surgery to fix that. We're hoping to correct this with taping religiously for several weeks or as long as it takes. All right. Before I get into it, I wanted to say a big thank you to the person that gifted me the package of Vetkin tape. This is, the note says, "Hope it works, my friend," from Anna. So this, we've been calling her, I've been connecting with her actually outside of YouTube and through email. We are calling her Auntie Anna. So Ladybug has a little Auntie Anna who's loving on her all the way from Australia, and I'm super thankful for the people that have been pitching in to help support. Obviously we take full responsibility for our own animals, but it is super nice to have people who are also invested and they just want to be able to help out and love on our animals along with us. So that's been really cool. So thanks to Anna for the Vetkin tape. If you want to purchase it for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm going to try to do this relatively quickly. I'm just going to measure this out, figure out where I need to cut it. I want it up above her knee, inside, and then all the way down actually to past her pastern. I'm going to cut it about there. Scissors would probably be a better option for this. Oh, it does. Oh, no, it does not tear. It's just the paper. Give me my mark. Oh boy. I may just try to speed this up for you guys because this might take me a while. Close that knife. Make sure if you want to read more about this issue with foals and how to treat it with kinesiology tape like I am doing, I'm going to link the article in the description box so that you can go and check that out for yourself. Okay, that was a bit of a learning curve there. just because it's a different type of tape. It's not pre-cut, which is not a bad thing because then you can cut it exactly to the length that you want. But you also have to keep in mind that it stretches as well. So what I did is I ran one long strip along the inside of her right and her left leg. You have to do it in stages. Hopefully the hyperlapse caught it good enough. So I kind of started on the top and then I wrap it. So keep in mind that this tape does stretch. You don't want to stretch it to full capacity, but if you don't stretch it at all, it just falls right off. So it's kind of that happy medium where you don't want to do it so tight that it's cutting off their circulation by any means, but at the same time you gotta stretch it somewhat, otherwise you're literally doing nothing. So I kind of do it. Again, I'm not saying I'm some professional or something. Oh, look at me, what I'm doing. This is just what I've been told to do, and hopefully I'm doing it right. I keep going back to the notes that I have. This probably should have sat a little bit further back to help bring that pastern around. But hopefully the goal is to strengthen that inner ligament, tendons in there. You warm, sleepy. And so then I went down, so I did the top ring, kept going down, then I did this one right underneath her knee, did it down again, did another loop right here, and another round right there, same thing on her left leg there. So I mentioned this in a past video, but the first night she was separated, she rubbed herself in a couple spots. She basically just rubbed the hair off. I'm going to put some more ointment on her today. But the flies are leaving it alone. There's no sign of any, anything bad or infected or anything like that. I did move the board. There was one that was diagonal through here, and that's what she rubbed her head on because she got anxious and lonely because it was her first night without her mama. So I do feel bad that happened, but that is why she has some marks on her face. Other than that, the crooked legs aside, she is doing phenomenal. She has gained so much weight since we put her mama sugar down. And if you missed that video, please go check that out so you understand our decision behind that. But she is doing so well. Like, I am floored at how good she looks. Excuse my garbage from my KT tape over in that corner. But she's starting to get a rump on her. Her ribs have filled out so well. And she's not ribby anymore. She's got a booty on her. I said this already, but I'm very impressed with how she's growing. Her back legs are a little bit more on the poopy side just because the change in feed from obviously her mama's milk to mare milk replacer, it's a bit of a digestive change for them. So she had a little, I wouldn't even say diarrhea, just some looser bowel movements. But any of the bowel movements I see now look like they're in good form. So she's getting free choice hay. I'm going to bring in some more bedding in here and clean it out a bit more, pick up all my garbage. And she's got her bucket of milk here. I'm going to rig up something a little bit better than that. As primitive as it looks, it works. It's just a block off the ground, just so she doesn't have to bend all the way down to drink that. And then she drips everywhere. Guys, it's just, the mess is just part of it. Like, you saw her mouth at the beginning of this. She had just dipped her face, her muzzle in there, and just drips everywhere. Same thing with her feed dish. I wash her bowl. I have 2 different milk buckets that I swap out. I wash them with soap and water before I refill them. The feed bin where she has some free choice full pellets, I fill that up usually about once a day, and then she just kind of picks at it as she wants. And then same thing, she drips milk in her water bucket. I literally just cleaned this out half an hour ago, so that's already getting nasty. But she is doing really well. We're looking at options of what may be the best thing as far as a companion goes for her. She has nobody in the stall / shelter with her right now. It's just her on her own, and then her aunties, her honorary aunties that come visit through the fence. they like to hang out in this shelter quite a bit unless they're elsewhere eating. So when they're gone, then that's when she starts getting anxious, and she doesn't really enjoy that a lot. So you're standing so nicely, girl. Look at you. So we're kind of keeping our eyes open as far as what may be a good thing for bringing a buddy in for her. But I was just chatting back and forth with a horse breeder who has become a friend. We message back and forth almost every day now. We got to know each other through a post I had made on a local horse group asking for tape suggestions for Ladybug's legs, and she ended up reaching out to me and offering her experiences, some advice, very respectfully. None of it was shoved down my throat. It was more of a take it or leave it. But hey, I've had really good success with this. And that along with actually Anna's recommendations, she sent me an article about taping foals' legs with kinesiology Vetkin tape, and had really good success with that. And so that kind of kick-started this whole taping Ladybug's legs, both of them, taping Ladybug's legs journey. And I've been really thankful to this friend, but I just sat down and I sent her pictures of her legs today, and she was just like, oh my goodness, like that's so much straighter. And I was sitting inside starting to feel emotional because it doesn't feel like enough progress fast enough. And I know that any progress is good progress, and I need to be thankful for that. But when you're in it and you're doing it day in, day out, it's so wonderful to see progress. But at the same time, it's very, very hard to see it unfold before your eyes, which is why she's the one who told me, she's like, make sure you take pictures, and you keep taking pictures throughout her journey, because you will want to look back and you will want to see how far she's come, because there's going to come a time where you wonder, is it doing anything at all? But looking at the pictures and going, okay, since July 15th, since we started taping her legs, there is a substantial difference. It is so much straighter in just 3 weeks. And I know that in another 3 weeks, especially now that she's getting all of the good nutrition that she needs, all of the food that she needs, she's on small pen rest, she's just in a small stall. I know that all of those things are going to contribute, hopefully, to her ultimate recovery, in that her legs are going to be completely straight. However, this is not a sprint, it's an endurance race, and she's going to be one that needs a lot of time and care, which is honestly, like when we put Sugar down 2 weeks ago now, we sacrificed the rest of our summer, and we went, oh, now we really can't go anywhere. We can't go camping for a weekend. We can't leave because Ladybug needs to be fed 4 times a day. And we went, you know what? So what if we miss a camping trip or 2? We'll try to make other memories with just short little trips that we can do in a few hours. And it's just felt like a long haul, and I know that it is going to be a long haul, because even once her legs are pin straight and she's walking with them pin straight, she can't just be all of a sudden kicked out to pasture, because she will relapse so fast. And so we need to be really careful about slowly building up her strength and slowly building up her muscles once she is straight. So we're not through the woods by any means, but I am incredibly thankful for the support that I have through you guys on this YouTube channel. Wow, the last week especially, your comments and your support and your love has really, really blown me away. And I hope you know that I hope that you know just how thankful I am for you guys, and how so many of you understand what we're going through, and you're encouraging me not only to take care of the animals, but you're encouraging me to take care of myself too. And I want you to know that I am taking breaks. I am resting, and intentionally resting. But I won't lie to you when I say that it's hard. And there's moments where it hits me and I go, oh man, do I have the strength for this? But I know I can. I know I can do it. I have an amazing husband by my side, wonderful little children, and supporters that keep encouraging me to keep going. And to make myself stop crying, I'm going to tell you about my shoes. These were hand-me-downs, actually. Somebody gave them to me, I think last year. And just now I I blew out the sole, bending down and taping Lady's legs. Apparently it didn't like that angle, so they're toast. My toes are falling out the sides, and so we're going to say thank you for your service, but I'm gonna need to buy a new pair of shoes. I'd been using them for riding because they got a nice little heel on them, but I'll just have to use my cowboy boots for that. But if you have suggestions for some comfy but safe, good farm shoes, let me know in the comments, and I will go hunt down a nice pair of farm shoes for myself. Thanks you guys for all your support again. If you guys do want to purchase KT tape for Ladybug, I'm sure we're going to be going through it like mad over the next several weeks still. I will leave the Amazon wish list link in the description, and if you feel like giving, obviously we say a huge thank you to you, but in no way should you feel like you need to give in any way. Your guys is just viewing, subscribing, liking, and commenting, and encouraging us is gift in itself. So thank you. I will see you down the road.